Hey guys, welcome back to Altcoin Buzz Spotlight with me, Leah Heilpan, the show where we speak to entrepreneurs, innovators, and thought leaders in the cryptocurrency and the blockchain space. Joining me today is Logino, the CEO and the co-founder of SafeHaven, the company that are focused on building solutions for inheriting crypto. Currently, there is no infrastructure when it comes to passing on your private keys, so this is where SafeHaven comes in. The company's been around since 2016 and is also known for building multiple tools for the vechain ecosystem. Don't forget to let us know in the comment section below who you want us to interview next and which topics you want us to cover. And if you enjoyed the show, then hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Logino, welcome to Altcoin Buzz. How are you doing today?
I'm doing perfect. Thank you, Laya.
It's great to have you. I want to focus a lot on your inheritance solution because there's nothing quite like it out there at the moment. But I think it's really interesting that you guys have decided to build something like this for many reasons, mainly because crypto right now is still very niche. Its mass adoption hasn't happened yet. So to create something like this would imply that you think, of course, there's a market for it. So tell me about it. How many users do you have? Have you found it difficult essentially to get more people on board, or have you found there's actually quite a good market for it?
Yeah, well, we decided to build a digital inheritance platform back in 2017. And like you're saying, it's difficult to find a market in the cryptocurrency space. So that's the reason we decided from early beginning, since 2018, that we won't only focus on digital assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others, but also try to integrate the traditional market into our blockchain solution. So you have several markets, several providers on the market right now who are basically providing a vault solution or anything similar to that. And we decided to start contacting these people and see if they are willing to integrate a blockchain solution. And why this solution, why this idea? That's because two of the three founders have kids. Me, myself, I have 3 children, and the other founder has 2 children. And we are early crypto adopters, like back in 2015, 2016. And there was not such kind of solution where you could make your assets inheritable to the people you love. So that's the reason we decided to build one.
I really like that, particularly just because it comes from a personal experience. I often find that some of the best products are products which come from sort of the person themselves feeling like they really needed it,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's really interesting. So we talk about finding this market. What would you say would be some of the main issues that you faced since you started back in 2017?
Well, we all know that the people who are active in the blockchain space and the cryptocurrency space right now are not really the people who are thinking about their legacy. No one is thinking about what happens to me tomorrow, And back in 2017, when we launched SafeHaven, it was very difficult for us to market our product because, like you say, it's a niche. So our first thing we had to do was to convince people that if you want to have Bitcoin going mainstream and you want to see mass adoption in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, there should be a solution where you can make your digital assets inheritable. Mm-hmm. And that was our first thing we had to do. It's change people's mind. But now, basically, with the COVID-19 situation going on, we have seen such a rapid growth, and we have seen people asking us when we will launch our product, because they know they need it, and they know that anything can happen basically tomorrow. So we have seen a change in market really fast. Yeah.
I find that fascinating. It's kind of perverse in some ways because it's sort of like, this deadly virus has sort of woken people up to the idea that, oh gosh, what am I going to do if I get, struck with something, and then, I want to be able to pass on my my private keys. So good and bad stuff there. But it's quite interesting because I've done a lot of research on this and I'm trying to understand how it works. So you take us through this. Do you have to use a certain kind of wallet? Does it have to be a custodial wallet, non-custodial? Are there any, specifics here?
Yeah. So as of right now, we are building on the vechain Tor blockchain. Okay. But we partnered with several others, like we have Matic, we have Harmony, we have DEBIT. We will in the future integrate other blockchains as well, like Binance, Tron, and others. So what you need right now is we are building a 100% decentralized solution. This is basically the one we will release maybe this week, because it's done. We are ready. If it's not this week, it will be next week. It's a 100% decentralized solution. So you need a wallet. So we have our own in-house browser wallet, like you compare it to MetaMask. It's called Comet browser extension. So that's basically all you need. It's not a custody solution, so we are not storing any of your Bitcoins, any of your Ethereums. We are not doing anything like that. We are basically a gateway. We are providing a service, okay? So what you do is you're putting in your private keys or your passphrases or anything else into a fully decentralized platform. Even we don't know what you encrypt, okay? So
any
we encrypt the information.
So any platform.
Yeah, no, in ours, in Inherity, like in the digital inheritance platform. Yeah, anything you can type, you can make it inheritable. That's our first solution. It's really, really important to know that SafeHaven or we, the platform, we don't know what you encrypt, okay? So it can be your passphrase, it can be your private key, and even can be a recipe from your grandmother's favorite cake. You know what I mean? And what we do is we encrypt the information into several shares. And you can store the shares on our in-house made SafeKey device. So it's like a little device, U2F device like you have YubiKey, but it's our own SafeKey with the internal storage on. And you can save the information on the SafeKey device. So that way, nothing is stored online, not your information, not your encrypted shares, nothing. And you give the shares to someone you want to have your assets inheritable to. This can be your wife, a business partner, or anything else. And from the moment that you are still alive, you have 100% control over your assets because we have a dead man switch integrated, which means that if someone who is trying to start the merging process, so someone who has a safe key and he wants to retrieve the data you encrypted, you will receive an email or a phone call or an SMS. And from the moment you answer to that phone call, SMS, it just stops the entire merging process. So as long as you are alive, you have 100% control. The moment you pass away and you're not answering to the DMS, the persons that you have signed up as your heirs, they can start the merge process and inherit your private key, passphrases, even your LinkedIn account, Facebook account, anything you want.
So the first thing that popped out to me, when I heard about you guys, I was doing my research, was inheritance tax. So firstly, that's really cool that you guys can, it's not just crypto, like you said, it's passwords, LinkedIn passwords, whatever it is. But in terms of the finances, how does it work with inheritance tax?
Well, like I said, Laya, we are not knowing. We don't know what you encrypt. We don't know what you have in your Bitcoin wallet, or we don't know if it's LinkedIn account or a Facebook account. Okay. So as in our platform, you will have the chance to work with legal entities. So you have a chance to integrate a lawyer or a notary or anyone who has a knowledge about these laws in your countries. So we are not responsible for that. Okay. All we do is provide a platform. We are providing a fully decentralized platform powered by blockchain technology. But about the legal side of things, that's not our concern. And this is something you as a user have to make sure that you are compliant to.
Okay, so you just answered my next question. So I'll ask it and you can tell me if I'm right, so make sure I'm getting it. Yeah. So firstly, my question is it available worldwide? But then off the back of that, I was going to ask you if you had any, regulatory or any compliance issues. But then I guess as the user, that's down to their country's own laws, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, know that like in the United States, you have different laws in different states. So it would cost us a lot of resources and it cost us a lot of money to make sure we have legal entities who are working with us all the time, very close, to provide all these things. So it's up to the user to stay compliant and make sure that he has done all the due diligence on his side to pay taxes, if he has to pay taxes, of course.
I got it. So you also have your own token, SHA. So tell me the use case of this token. What can you do with it? Why do you need it? And also, what would it take to get it to a $1 billion market cap?
Well, it's quite simple. You use our token to create a plan in our inheritance platform. If you don't have any SHA into your wallet, you just can't create your inheritance plan. It's basically used as a gas into our system. And the second thing, the utility from our token comes from staking. So we have a masternode model with SafeHaven, and we can say that it's really successful and people really believe in the solution we are building because from our total supply of 8.5 billion, we have like 4.5 billion circulating, and already 3.8 billion is staked, is locked away on our masternode wallets. So we know that people really believe what we are doing, and they believe in our vision. And every time you are creating a plan into our inheritance platform, you are basically burning some of our SHA. So the total supply will decrease, and over time, less SHA will be circulating, or will be total supply will be decreased. Also important to know is that I recently read an article about right now there are like 50 million wallets from users who are active in the cryptocurrency space. And if you know that you need like 10,000 SHA to create an inheritance plan, if you do that, multiply 50 million, or so like, let's say only 5% or 10% will use our platform, like 5 million, we will see a lot of token burn in the near future. That's for sure. Yeah. But it all depends on us and how we market the platform and how many users we can onboard, of course.
Yeah, it's true. I think I've done a lot of interviews in the space, and something that's really resonated with me, I think somebody said, just because you build it doesn't mean people will come. Yeah, I think that's, the most powerful statement. So you guys plan to move to Ethereum. Tell me about this. How do you plan to make that move?
Well, we migrated from Ethereum to vechain back in 2018, because that was the time we had CryptoKitties and all these things like we are seeing right now with the farming and the DeFi stuff. And the network was congested on Ethereum. And we were introduced to vechain, to Sunny and some advisors of vechain. And they showed us that this was a problem they could solve. So for us, it's important to have a stable network and to have stable fees, because, for example, if you want to make your Facebook account inheritable, it's not logical that you have to pay $50, $60, or $70 in fees besides to your monthly subscription fee. So it will be too much money to use a platform like that, because if you look at our competitors in the traditional market, like Everplans and others, they are like asking $4 to $5 a month. So, and if you have like $50, $60 transaction fees, it doesn't make any sense. So that's why we decided to move from Ethereum to vechain, and we found a really stable chain. We found really helpful people, and as of right now, 3 years after 2017, we are still happy we are working on vechain. But like you said, it's not because you're building a platform that people will use it automatically. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason we decided last year to go multi-chain and to find partners to make our platform cross-chain, multi-chain, approachable for everyone who is willing to set up an inheritance plan. And we will start.
Yeah, sorry. No, I was just going to say, okay, so you sort of mentioned a couple of your future plans there, but I wanted to delve a little bit more into what you have coming up, what future plans we can expect to hear about.
Yeah, as of right now, like next week, we're releasing our community edition, who is 100% decentralized, like for the crypto people. 1 or 2 months later, we are launching our standard edition, who is basically for everyone. Also for people who have no knowledge about cryptocurrencies. They have no knowledge about blockchain technology. So they will use our platform basically without knowing they are connected to the blockchain, or they need SHA in their wallet. It's all happening in the back office with subscription fees, credits, and stuff like that. And at the end of this year, this is basically the most important one, we are releasing our business edition. And this one is fully 100% API based. So what we are doing is we are targeting the traditional providers on the market who are willing to offer a decentralized blockchain powered solution to their customers. And they can do that by just calling into our APIs. So people will still use the interface they are used to, but basically in the background, they are using our inheritance solution, they are burning SHA, they are using blockchain technology, and they will not even know the difference. And in my opinion, that's the most important one, because this targets all the financial institution, all the vault providers, all the other traditional providers in the space.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I think it's always a winner when you have people using the technology, but they don't know they're using the blockchain technology. Yeah. To me, that's just the sort of sound bells of mass adoption, if I can put it that way.
Yeah.
But you mentioned vechain a little bit there. So just really briefly for us, how's it been developing vechain?
Amazing. First of all, we have a very diehard and a very dedicated community. We have I think 4,000, 5,000 people in our Telegram, and they really believe in our solution. As you know, Laya, we've been building since 2017. So we released basically December 2017 on the top of the bull market. And we have been building through the entire bear market until of today. And these people, they stood by us all the time. They kept believing in us. They are doing outreach for us. If you know Lunar Crush, we have seen like 2 or 3 weeks ago, our social metrics were booming. And this is all because of our amazing community. And I couldn't wish any better one, to be honest.
Good. That's always absolutely brilliant to hear. So just finally then tell us, what are your favorite altcoin projects at the moment? What have you been watching? Any kind of DeFi projects which have caught your eye?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really watching the market as of now because we are too focused on our own solution and releasing our own solution. But there are a few I really like, and of course it's the main one. It's Bitcoin. I've been in Bitcoin since 2016, and another one I really like is Polkadot, who recently got a lot of attention. And if you look at who's behind it and the tech they're building, offering cross-chain solutions, stuff like that, this is something we can integrate as well, and this is something we probably will integrate in the coming months. So this is the main altcoin I'm looking at the moment, and other ones are DigiByte, who is in the space a very long time already.
Yeah.
A fully decentralized project. As of DeFi, I'm really impressed what Uniswap did in the last few months.
Yeah.
Really impressed. Yeah. So if you have a DEX who is basically having more volume than one of the biggest centralized exchanges, you are doing a great job.
Did you get your 400 uni?
No, I haven't used Uniswap. No,
Okay.
not at all. No.
Fair
No.
enough.
Too
Fair
bad.
enough. Too bad. Yeah. Hopefully something else comes out next time. But anyway.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. Well, listen, it's been such a pleasure having you on the show today. So thank you so much. And for me, it's been brilliant just learning more about your inheritance solution because, like I said, it's one of a kind at the moment. So it's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
It was my pleasure, Aya. Hope to talk to you soon.